Well, audience, you came round to the wrong part of town this season. You're here for King Arthur Pendragon 5.2, the Great Pendragon Campaign, episode 56, or as some call it, the Boy King era in 510. I don't know why I'm doing this intro bit. I decided to
The
do
old
it.
prospector.
Yeah, I was trying to do it for no reason. I don't really know why. Hey, thanks to GrimDarkJames, who before the intro started, but after the stream started, subbed for his 80th month. Really appreciate that. No, I'm shilling. I've become the advertisers who I mock.
Oh, you didn't update the overlay.
I didn't know the name of your character, which would be the problem. I think it's Elffin.
It's Elffin, yeah.
Yeah. All right, how do we spell that?
ELFFIN.
Sorry, you're gonna have to start again.
Let me just drop it in.
Yeah,
the
I
Discord
appreciate that.
I mean, also it's in my character sheet.
Yes, that makes so. I spelled it like the Wheel of Time. That makes sense. Your way also makes sense. All right, note to update the overlays next time. Audience, we're gonna go around and we're gonna reintroduce everybody in their current characters. Apparently, introducing Glimo's characters can be very important as well. That's because we're starting what some consider to be the actual beginning of this campaign. So we're
In
56,
it is.
3 to 4 hour episodes in, and by the way, this will only be a 2-hour episode. And yeah, this could be the start of the most important arc, right up until we hit that Grail.
We should probably let some people know there'll be no spreadsheets today. So if you're here for the spreadsheets, maybe just come back for next episode.
I have a huge number of spreadsheets, but we absolutely are not making it to the end of the year this time around. 510 is probably going to take at least 3 to 4 episodes, maybe longer. It's going to be a long ass time.
Multi-episode years, baby.
We might have a multi-episode just tournament in London. I'm not sure. Of course, if you guys die or get grievously injured at the tournament and then aren't available to go to war for the rest of the year, that really kind of speed things up. You know what I mean?
I've got some backup characters now, so this is you know.
We're doing Dungeon Crawl Classics, are we now?
I love that Glimo's like, I've got a bunch of one red mana goblin cards ready to go. Wow, 1/1.
Get behind the pile of dead bards.
Wow, a gamer's reference? Incredible. All right, Spoon, what character are you playing going into the Boy King era?
I'm playing the OG Kendric of Pitton. I almost said Kendric Lamar.
He's playing Kendric Lamar.
Yeah.
He's not like us because he's old.
No, I am playing the same character I played at 85 when we started.
Yeah.
He is 45 years old, and he is going to die an old man in battle, hopefully.
What if you die a middle-aged man in your bed from sickness?
No, well, that's not the way he wants to go out.
He wants to go out the Klingon way.
Yeah, exactly.
James, who are you playing?
I am playing Blodwyn, who is the daughter of my first character, who was surprisingly a 2-episode character. But finally, after many years of playing a cousin, I have come back into the original bloodline.
Original bloodline.
Yeah.
Glimo, why don't you tell us about Elffin now that we know their name?
Okay, so I am playing Elffin of Laverstock. I guess technically he's was Kneed's nephew, but Kneed designated him as the heir of Laverstock before he went missing at the end of last episode. Elffin is 25. He is married to the daughter of the Countess of Ridichan, and he has a 1-year-old son.
To be clear, this is Harad's kid?
No, this is Krieg's kid.
Krieg's kid, okay.
Yes, who was
the oldest.
Guy's brother.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. So And he is not going to be an intrigue knight. I put all my points into combat skills. So
What a fantastic segue to a reminder that now that we have reached the year 510 and the Boy King era, we are activating a number of additional King Arthur Pendragon source books to use. So we are now going to be using Book of the Estate instead of Book of the Manor. We are going to be using Book of the Entourage for Squire and Entourage management. As Glimo alluded to, we are using Book of Knights and Ladies for character creation. And we are now using the full core battle rules on page 236 of King Arthur Pendragon 5.2. I will now read a bunch of stuff, starting with page 121 of the Great Pendragon campaign, the Boy King period. This is top level overviews of things your characters would know and things the audience should probably know if they want to follow on with the politics. At some point, I will also ask you to update your character sheets with new equipment as a result. King Arthur fights first to acquire his throne in Logres and then to attain high kingship of Britain. He follows a route of conquest, not acclamation, to become high king, and thanks in large part to the recklessness of the other kings of the land, succeeds. The component power blocks in Britain at this time are Logres. Logres is still broken up into counties. The two remaining duchies of Lindsey and Silchester dominate the lowlands. The game, I guess, basically assumes that, Salisbury isn't strong enough to be considered a duchy, which makes sense because Silchester is, frankly, enormous. The south has 5 kingdoms and many small chieftains, such as Kingport or the Hastingas. 2 strong kingdoms encroach upon Malahut. The kingdom of Malahut is still a strong kingdom with several cities around Ibaracum, which we have visited, plus the Cateric lands. Numerous hill tribes and peoples are its allies, such as the Elmet, the Regid, and the Panini tribes. That is not what they're called, but that's how I read it, so let's go with it. The king of Norgals rules Gomerett, Snodia, and the nearby hill tribes, including the plains of Chester. And Cameliard is a nervously independent county between the aggressive Norgals and the protective Lindsey. The king of Cameliard plays a key part in the upcoming story. And the strongest kingdom in southern Wales is Escavalon, which we visited, including Gloucester and Gwent, which we visited. The city of Carlisle, which I think we visited, in this land plays a key part in the upcoming Arthurian story. But there's more! The standards of the Boy King period are slightly more advanced than the previous two. Armor becomes better and is available to almost all knights who can afford it. A 12-point reinforced chainmail worn with a closed helm. Because all 3 of you are basically fucking absolutely insanely loaded, you may now update your character sheet to say that you have 12-point reinforced chainmail with a closed helm, aka 12-point armor. The newly available weapons, again, you guys are absolutely loaded. I'm not going to stop you. If you wish to have a jousting lance, morningstar, or war flail added to your inventories to be held either by you or by your squire as a backup. Chargers become widely available. The result is that mounted sergeantry are mounted upon them as well as knights. James, you can note that your knights, I think they're the knights of the, sorry, they're not knights, but they are the Bright Lance, I believe, or the Bright Wing.
That's not the Order of the Bright Lance is Kendric's.
Okay, and then James has the Sons of Devon, perhaps.
That's it, yes.
Both of those have been fully upgraded to become mounted sergeantries upon chargers.
Okay.
So can I quickly add one thing in AP?
Yes.
Just to say, I want to acknowledge that I fully endorse you butchering Cymric and Celtic names if it's done purely to make Lord Hunger squirm.
Fantastic. Can't wait for him to get me on Snodia, because that definitely was not how that's pronounced. I think I got Gloucester right, though, which, you know.
You will, but I mean, I'm not going to pick you up anymore if you tell me you're doing it just to annoy Lord
I'm not
Hunger.
doing that, though. You can... I'd appreciate if you waited till I'm done speaking, but you can absolutely correct us for historical authenticity. If it makes you feel better, I can get one wrong on purpose. Did you know that the lands of Cheddar lie lie in where's Cadwy King of Somerset? No, fuck, god damn it, that was
Somerset.
Spoon. Is it Somerset?
It is Somerset. I don't know why you didn't think it was last week.
It's right here on the map.
Yes.
It's just that the Somerset Strikers are from Somerset, and it's so BattleTech build.
It doubles. I think Bob calls it Summerland as well.
I just want to point out, by the way, that a lot of places in BattleTech are named after actual places too. So just like in
you're
real
telling
life.
me that Sarna's a real place? Not only are places named after real things, whole organizations are named after historical organizations. No, you're not. James, you don't mean to tell me that the Roman Legion in BattleTech is based upon a historical real positive. The Hanseatic League in the periphery, surely that's completely original. Just like how what was the mistake I made with Spoon? Luthadel and Luthien.
Yes, yeah, Luthadel and Luthien.
They're both fictional. That's how you know I got it wrong. Fantastic. All right, so the men are clean shaven. Spoon, is your character shaving?
Hell no.
Then he looks like an old man.
Yeah, he is an old man. He's 45.
That's middle-aged. Haircuts are. You sound like my mother.
Not in this era, dude.
Haircut. And people regularly listen. If you get past 20, people regularly live to get to be 60 or older.
Sure.
Haircuts are short, with the Super Bowl style being popular among knights because of the type of helmets being worn.
You mean the Supper Bowl?
It says Super Bowl here, my friend.
Oh, Super Bowl. I thought you said Super Bowl for a second.
No. I think about the Super Bowl as least often as possible, even when it's happening. I believe that gets us all of your upgraded. The other thing to note is that heraldry is now definitely a thing, and any of you that are not as studious as Spoon will need to update and give yourselves a real heraldry. Spoon, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that behind you is probably the du Pitton official heraldry of your house, perhaps?
It sure is.
Okay.
I mean, we did create heraldry way back at the start. Like, I have heraldry
Glimo's
for
characters have
Owain's
died
house.
so many times. I don't think they remotely follow the original bloodline. He's probably going to need a fresh heraldry, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but I still have the three roses. I'll dig it out, but it's way back in the Pendragon cast chat.
Okay. Don't think I have too much else to add here. When it becomes notable, larger constructions are now available to all of you. Curtain walls, double curtain walls, gate and gateworks, gate towers, huge keeps, square keeps, triple square towers, double square towers, small, medium, and large castles are now available for you to build. The largest castle that they have on record is 147 pounds to build. So if you have a ton of extra money, you can get started. It takes about 20 years.
Have you watched Pillars of the Earth yet?
I have not, but I do have it in my list of Google emails to myself of things to do. Let's see here. Being added to the regular list of people that you might fight are Hobilars, who based on my recognition, I believe those are unmounted foot soldiers who perform specialty roles in a knight's army. You've already faced Irish Kerns. Armored foot soldiers will now become more common. Italian crossbowmen will show up regularly. I think that's probably the big one. I think the weird part about this show skipping through time means that we're going to miss the entire period of time where Catholicism banned crossbows for being a tool of Satan. And then it turned out so many people were using them, they couldn't keep the ban up. All right. Any questions before we get started? Audience, I'll even accept questions from you. I mean, I'll read them, I won't answer them, but... No, you guys, no questions here? I'm talking to our players.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm good.
You know, when we do this show, I bet you're thinking things like, I bet they're going to start at the Pentecostal feast. Wrong, wrong, wrong. We start on December 31st of 509. That's right, motherfucker. We're going back in time one day. Kendric, Elffin, Blodwyn, the three of you are on your way, including any men-at-arms, any house knights, and any members of the Order of the Axe that you would like to bring with you to the tournament in London. It will take place on January 1st. It will last 4 days, and at the end of it, one man will become High King of Logres and probably Britain. Any of you that win the tournament will be officially recognized as King of Logres and probably High King of Britain. The second one's not guaranteed.
The crown's on the line.
The title belt is on the line for the match. Hell in a Cell. People from all over the British Isles, the United Kingdom, are all heading here, including knights from Brittany, from the Frankish area, Visigoths, even Saxons are showing up to be recognized. Gentlemen, I want to know, are you bringing your wives, your girlfriends, your whores, your maids, your handmaidens, your squires? How big is this train of baggage behind you? Are you taking the order with you or not? Are you bringing your cousins? Because guess what? Everybody's bringing everything. And don't even think that you aren't camping out, because London has been sold out for this 4-night only show for months in advance. Someone's going to set off $10,000 worth of pyrotechnics to announce this thing.
I'm definitely bringing my spouse and child, and probably obviously Squire and the direct entourage. The sort of. I should go through. I could start using some of the names in the book of the entourage about the various.
No, I just need to know that you're bringing. It sounds like your party is going to include probably 6 or more people.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, I'd say so.
Kendric could technically show up with upwards of 40 people pretty easily.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Kendric is bringing he's bringing the whole family.
I expect that you're probably bringing a herd of horses then with you for just baggage and backup.
And then probably something to sell as well, because I have the horse herd.
Nice.
Upgrade.
Nice. It's a good time to sell, my man.
Yeah, I think Kendric is coming with several of his family knights, his whole family household, and probably Sir Paul and whoever Sir Paul wants to bring. And then
Sir Paul is absolutely coming, by the way. He's already locked in on the tournament.
Yeah.
He's going with you though, apparently.
Yeah. Well, because he's my vassal.
Yeah. That would not stop him from coming to this tournament.
No, of course not.
He could be King of England.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And I think Sir Hayden probably also coming. And then whoever from the Order of the Axe, Dame Erwin, Sir Seeth.
Okay. Quentin is coming, but he is not coming as part of your entourage. He's arriving independently.
He's going stag.
I mean, this is a man who wants to be King of England, just like everybody else here. Elffin?
Elffin is bringing his wife and child, his brother Bronwyn, and probably Bronwyn's wife, and our household or vassal Gerwald and Mifi. fatigue is 60, so he's probably going to stay home on our lands.
You know, it now occurs to me, I prepared for the tournament, but I didn't prepare for the marketplace. You know what? I'll just keep you from going to the marketplace until I have a better idea next time.
Let's just go straight to the Wayne.
Nope. As you arrive, you see that there is a filtering and a line that you are unused to. Normally, as the high level of nobility, but maybe not the highest level of nobility, you are used to commoners making way for you, and lower nobility getting behind you, but it seems as if this line is being organized by simple peasants who are getting you loaded in by order of arrival. One of them approaches you wearing like the sort of Shakespearean frilly tutu skirt and a Kanga cap, and he's got like a huge quill writing on an ink desk, and he says, yes, of course. I believe I recognize your heraldry from anywhere. The Banner Knight Sir Kendric, of course.
You are correct.
And I believe that you are Dame Blodwyn of Salisbury.
Yes, Shrewton.
Yes, and I certainly recognize you, Lord John Hawkwood.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, are you not Lord John Hawkwood?
I am not. I am Sir Elffin of Laverstock.
Sir Elffin of Laverstock. And you have, of course, the paperwork to testify 7 generations back as to that? Or the sovereign word of another recognized noble who is willing to testify as to your genealogy?
His lineage is in a good state.
Putting down that he is being sponsored entrance by the banneret Lord Kendric. And then he moves along, and Seath and Erwin and everybody else. For people that have a high enough amount of glory, he seems to be ace on that heraldry. And for anyone that's kind of like in the 2000s and below area, or anyone that's been recently knighted, he absolutely gets them wrong. There's a lot of Sir John Hawkwoods attending, apparently. As you are approaching, you can see that more scribes and what you can only begin to assume as a sort of professional herald cast has come into existence out of nowhere, like an RKO, for this particular tournament at the behest of the tournament's sponsors.
They literally spawned January 1st.
The College of Legates. As you all get signed up for your events, I will now show you the tournament bracket that you are in. I'm going to send it on Discord and then read it out loud. So this is the left side of your particular bracket and the right side of your particular bracket. This is one of many brackets that will be appearing. So Blodwyn will be facing off against Sir Quentin. Elffin will be facing off against Clambit of Prella. Kendric will be facing off against his own vassal, Sir Paul. A relatively unknown knight who is introduced as Sir Ector, a man of fine education in the lands of the Forest Sauvage, which he guards against the enemies of man, is facing off against Duke Durful of Lindsay. Earl Robert is facing off against his marshal, Sir John Marston. Sir Ufo is facing off against King Elaine of Escavalon, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, not only have we met, but is the inheritor of the will of King Nantleode.
And
Kenric of Wessex is introduced as Sir Kenric rather than Prince Kenric, but has been entered in as he is a member of the ethnic Gawesi. But many of his followers who are either partially or fully Saxon have not been allowed entrance into the tournament, and you can see that he is deeply upset by this. A knight who is announced by the heralds as Sir Lack of Ireland, of service to the late King Nantaleod and riding in his honor, seeking to avenge himself against the killer Cynric the Saxon, is facing off against King Lot of Lothian and Orkney, who announces himself as the true heir to the Pendragon line and inheritor of the will of good King Uther. The Earl of Yagant, Earl Tegfin, is the opponent of Cynric of Wessex, and when he is announced, many people boo him as a agent of King Idris of Cornwall, a betrayer, and a coward.
Who is?
The first day is the first round of the sword tournament. The second day will be the animal fighting pits. They will have bear versus wolf, bear versus bear, man versus bear, and Kendric, you receive a offer from the heralds on behalf of the local hunters guild for a match called the Mad Wolf versus a Mad Wolf. They would like to sponsor you for that particular incident. That will not be with rebated weapons. You will be in mortal peril.
Yeah. It's a Mad Wolf.
Before you say yes, let me get to the rest of the events.
Yeah, go ahead.
The third
look
day,
up the stats of a wolf.
The third day will be a melee, which will be a battle between Lords of the South and Lords of the North. When asked what constitutes the North, a herald says, "No for Manchester." So Earl Robert, Sir Kenric, King Elaine, Duke Eskin of Gloucester, and surprisingly, King Pellinor, who's not in your tournament bracket but is attending, will be representing Lords of the South as commanders for the melee, and then the Lords of the North will include Duke Dorfel of Lindsey, King Nantes of Garloth, King Harald de Apries, the Centurion King of Malahut, and King Lot. You can technically pledge yourself to the South or the North as you wish, although, again, Robert is representing one of the southern locations. Finally, the last day will be the end of the sword tournament. Once they have weeded out everybody on the first day so that there are half as many contestants, there is kind of a general idea that probably more people will get injured in the melee and will withdraw, or their horses will die or something like that. And so only the cream will rise to the final day, which will be expert swordsmen and will go very quickly. And then the true king of Britain will rise. With that in mind, Kendric, would you like to enter into the animal fighting, technically called the Bohorts? It's just called the animal fighting. The Mad Wolf versus a Mad Wolf. They are sponsoring you £5.
That's the second day?
It is the second day.
Oh, do I have to do it even if I get injured in the first day of fighting?
I mean, that's up to a contractual discussion.
If they start advertising, you can't pull out. Otherwise, you're going to do massive advertising money. You know. There had to be some sort of liquidated damages clause in your contract for that.
I don't know that the legal system is that complicated at this time.
Oh man. I don't know, man. How do I can I see the Mad Wolf before I fight it?
It is
How
not
big is
a
it?
wolf. It is a rabid dog that they are keeping hungry and barely alive, foaming at the mouth.
No, pass. This sucks. These guys suck.
Okay. I mean, they are people who put on animal fights. They are one step above Pokemon trainers.
Yeah, no, this is there's no
honor to be found on that field.
Nope. If it were like maybe like an actual wolf, I might have considered it, but no.
I don't know that they're going to bring an actual wolf into the environments of London.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So there are 3 ladies who are considered to be queens of beauty who are attending. One is Lady Rhiannon of Estragals. She is 19 years old and almost of official marrying age. So as she approaches, some people attempt to win her favor, but King Pellinor approaches her and they have a discussion. And there is a rumor that once he was returned from beyond the grave, beyond the doors of death, having claimed to see her arrive in the same dress that he sees her now in life. And she's just completely confused by a crazy old singing man speaking in iambic pentameter who claims to have died and then saw her and came back to life. So she has a kind of rough start on this tournament's number 1 heartthrob.
He walks up and says, "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?" Is that the sort of
Lady Arianwen of the White Downs is 17 years old and is looking for a partner at this tournament. However, when giving away favors, she presents one to Dame Blodwyn.
Okay.
She gives you a ribbon to tie to your lance and or sword scabbard so that you might become her champion at the tournament. Lady Usoria of Lindsay is 20 years old, and her first husband died during the marriage ceremony when he fought a duel in her honor, and then they finished the marriage so that they could be officially married before he passed away. She is a sword duelist and debates Christian theology and strategy among her knights that she inherited from her husband. So she got all of his lands when he died. And she basically is showing up and like acting as if she is the lord of her lands, which I guess
Where is she from?
She is from Lindsay.
Lindsay, okay. Like as in she's the Duchess of Lindsay, or she is
a
Lindsay?
lady from Lindsay.
Gotcha.
In the same way that we might say Blodwyn is a lady of Salisbury.
Salisbury,
Yeah.
yes, but she isn't. But she's not the lady.
But she's
of
not
Lindsay.
the lady of Salisbury. That's correct.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay.
Is there anyone you'd like to talk to on the night before the first day, night -1, on December 31st, on the celebration of the end of a year and the start of a new year? I have notes here about the weather in Britain in the 500s on January 1st. So the whole tournament, it's going to be in the low 40s during the day, freezing during the night, and raining the entire time. This tournament will be the most unpleasant situation you've been on outside of active battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's most days in Britain.
Wow. Get fucked, Britain, I guess.
I think Kendric would take his son Tathan and some of the family over to see King Elaine of Escavalon, because we go way back, and Tathan was his squire for a time.
Yeah. It takes some time to get to the front of the line to talk to King Elaine. He is a favored contender. Of course, with the loss of his father's power, his personal power, and bevy of knights has dropped dramatically, but he is still a king and a very strong man who is expected to do well in this tournament, God willing.
Mm-hmm.
After you make it up to his tents, he says, it's Kendric. Excellent to have you here.
King Elaine.
I have seen our tournament brackets. It is unlikely the two of us shall face off against each other, but if we do, I would find it to be a most honorable battle.
Indeed, I see you are facing Sir Ufo.
It is my hope that I will be facing Cynric of Wessex. Perhaps I will be able to put a sword through his back in the same way he put one through my father.
Indeed. Well, I don't think you'll have much trouble with Sir Ufo, but I would not underestimate him. In my experience, he is not.
He's looking at you, trying to see if this is the start of some jest or joke.
Hmm. He is not favored of a steel sword.
I see. Well, I don't intend to underestimate anyone at this battle, but I have never been terribly impressed by his prowess. And certainly not as impressed as I am with Tathan, and he goes over and he ruffles Tathan's hair. Anything else you want to get out of this engagement?
No, I think just, keeping it ties.
All right. If there's nothing else from any of you, you can roll intrigue if you'd like to see any of the behind-the-scenes maneuverings that are starting on day -1.
I was just going to say that I think that once we're all here, if there's not something already organized, then Blobber's going to try and like put together some sort of just celebratory gathering the night before. I mean, she's famously temperate, so she's not looking to get drunk or anything, but just literally to sort of try and gather her friends, her countrymen. If we're in some sort of giant camp, I assume, so just to try and pick a spot where we can all just get together and you know share stories one more time before the tournament begins tomorrow, sort of thing.
Okay. I mean, is this a Pan Salisbury? Is it Pan Knights of the Order of the Axe? Is it just anybody?
I think it goes just beyond the order. I think it would be like other Salisbury Knights as well. But I think she'd also say, if anybody has, she's doing the dodgy thing of a Facebook invite that other people can extend to others. Where if you have friends from other nations that you want to bring along, they're welcome.
Friend of friend invites.
Yeah, she's young and naive, so.
Okay. You guys tell me what you want to do there, or anything else, or we can advance to the next day.
I think that Elffin and his brother Bronwyn would like to go find Earl Robert before things get moving.
Okay. You make your way to Earl Robert's tent. He is setting out like a war table based on what he knows of the lands around London, and appears to be like getting banners of people who are coming to pledge to him for the melee rounds. So it's basically going to be like a all day long maneuvering of knights around London as a like open field battle with different objectives on different hills being set. And he's already planning steps ahead to get started on that battle as he's one of the commanders.
It's medieval paintball.
All right, well, I'm trying to keep
exactly...
it serious here, but yeah, it's medieval paintball.
This works out because that's exactly what I was going to ask him about.
All right, he gives everybody the Gwent nod and then steps away from the table, away from the fire, pulls on like a big cloak, and moves to speak with you in the darkness, Elffin. And he says, "Sir Elffin, I don't know that we have had many words before, but I'm very sorry about the disappearance of your father, your uncle, I suppose, perhaps."
Uncle, yes. Well, thank you, my lord. I believe you've met my brother, as you were both knighted the same day, and I just wanted to pledge both of our swords to you for the great melee, if you would have us.
I would have you. I would have you indeed. Have you followed your father, I apologize. Normally when someone is taken as an heir, they treat their new head house as a father. Are you following your uncle's example and pledging yourself to the Order of the Axe?
I am.
Can I take this as an admission that my banner lord will be joining me then? that Kendric will be bringing himself and all of his troops? He had quite a party when he arrived, from what I understand.
I would expect so, but I've not spoken with him about this yet. But I can.
Perhaps I
would
could ask you to inquire into that matter so that I might make my plans tonight.
Absolutely.
He reaches out and he gives you a man shake.
Excellent.
I am honored to have you among my service, Sir Elffin. And you, other knight whose name I didn't catch.
It is an honor to serve, sir. I will let you get back to your studies.
He sighs, he shrugs the coat off and hands it off to somebody as he moves back into the light, into the fire, looking over like poorly drawn maps that are clearly not to scale, but still are at least good enough to know how to move horse around, that sort of thing.
Just to annoy Chris, they're not north-oriented.
Yes. It's oriented so that London is at the top, but it's taking place west of London. So the map is north is on the west side of the map, I guess.
Never have I seen Chris more annoyed than when I put a map on the table that was not north-oriented, that had a cutout that was also not north-oriented, it was oriented different from the main map. Yeah, he was sweating. Are you on mute, Spoon?
Sorry. At Blodwyn's party, I think Kendric will find some time to pull the two of you and did Sir Gwent come?
Sorry?
Did Sir Gwent come?
Yes, of course.
And pull Sir Gwent aside as well.
All right. Gwent says, sorry, Kendric. I won't be participating in these battles. I've decided
right.
that I and all of my bastard sons will swear an oath to only fight the enemies of Salisbury using our regular steel swords.
Understood. No, this is I have gifts for each of you. And he'll pull out.
Did you get an invite to Blodwyn's party?
Of course you did.
Yeah, this is at Blodwyn's party.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was going to invite you here.
No. So Kendrick will pull out 4, or like a package that has 4 of this plated belts that he's been giving out. 1 for Gwent, 1 for Dame Blodwyn, and 2 for Sir Elffin. The ones for Gwent and one of the ones for Sir Elffin have like the little engraved motifs in them, and from the scenes that have been engraved on them, you can tell that one of those belts was for Kneed. Just didn't give a chance to give it to him before he disappeared. And Sir Elffin and Dame Blodwyn's belts are mostly empty, leaving room for their future deeds. Says, I've been considering, as the order grows, having these as to denote rank, perhaps within the order. Maybe there's some sort of leadership.
Certainly more ceremonial than functional.
Yes, but well, I mean, it is certainly functional as a sword belt. But yes, I understand.
You say that, and he goes, I can't use this while fighting a... Probably shouldn't talk about that.
Very well. In any case, I think these would be good for senior members, or those we see as perhaps taking a leadership position within the order.
Very well. I do have gifts for you, but I am afraid they are much smaller.
Very well.
I have heard whispers on the winds from some of my more paganly inclined clients that there is a new champion of Fey knighthood. Pulls out a silver chain upon which hangs a cross, a Star of David, a pentacle, and a triquetra. And he says, I know that you may not believe, but you may require protection in the days to come.
You feel like Benny from the Mummy with all the different.
Yes, that's exactly who I
That's
took.
100% what this is.
I think about Benny from the Mummy all the time. Him like going through every fucking language and then begging for his life in Jewish, and the guy's like, "Oh, the language of the slaves." I was like, "Wow, real mixed feelings on this scene."
Yeah. No, I think my favorite Benny scene is when he goes, "Oh, I have all of the horses," and he's like, "Ah, but you're on the wrong side of the river."
Oh God, they don't make movies like The Mummy anymore. Instead, we get Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
I say that knowing that there are multiple Jack Reacher fans on this cast, but I'm saying it as an insult because I don't like it.
The new show is excellent.
Sure, Reacher shows up. He looks hard at the camera. He looks hard at somebody sitting across the table. You're wrong, and I'm right. The other guy goes, I'll beat you up! And then 5 seconds later, everybody in the bar is beat up. Reacher puts his beer down and goes, that'll do. I'm Jack Reacher. He stands up and $5,000 worth of pyrotechnics are set off. Michael Bay salutes as an American eagle flies by.
Clearly, AP hates this show without having actually watched it.
I am vaguely aware of what all of these shows that involve a current or former military member whose name is John or Jack are about.
Anyway, back to 510 and Pendragon. Kendric will take the necklace, and to be clear, it's basically like symbols of Christianity,
Hebrew, and
Hebrew.
then the pentacle is a form of pagan worship, although maybe not here in England for a little while. And the triquetra is a order of Celts.
Okay.
So that's right now. That's mostly what will one day be called Wales and Ireland.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for your gift, Sir Gwent. And he will put it on.
And perhaps you'd like this. It's a booster deck.
Oh, the new set came out.
30 new cards. One of them is painted in foiled leaf so that it shines strangely in the light.
Well, sir, how many of these have you made?
Hundreds. We need funding very badly in my lands.
I see. Okay.
And there's lots of wood. We have to keep cutting down the cursed witch forest all the time. You'd be surprised how quickly it regrows. I was thinking of writing a play about a forest that creeps up on a castle out of nowhere. I'm not really sure what to call it. Glimo, I'm so glad someone got the reference.
Interestingly, the pentacle only became a symbol of paganism in the mid-19th century.
As I said, it's not yet.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to say when. Let's just assume Merlin introduced the idea of the pentacle.
So he will hand out the belts and...
All right, Gwent immediately puts his belt on and then is like, ugh, gonna be hard to dodge roll with this on.
Sir Kendric, Earl Roberts was wondering if you and your entourage would be pledging to him for the Grand Malay.
Yes, of course. I shall head over there forthwith.
I'm happy to have my squire deliver the message if you want to stay at the party.
Of course, I will. Then please do so.
So he'll send...
I should probably go over there and at some point, though, before the melee, and speak strategy with our young Earl. But not tonight.
All right, you can see Gwent has brought along 30 of his bastard children. and has picked out a clear favorite among them, who is almost a preteen, he's practicing sword forms with. The child is called Henry the Cavalier.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm worried now, not that we won't finish the tournament today. I'm worried we won't start the tournament today. It's going to be a long 5-10, guys. Buckle up.
I think the only other thing I'd like to do here is try and find a good marriage for my oldest daughter.
Very well. Are there any of the women that you have heard so far that you would like to have him approach?
Well, no, this is not Tathan. This is my second child, who is a daughter that is 21
yes.
or 22 this year.
Are there rules for that in the book of whatever's?
Yes, there is.
Book of Knights and Ladies.
In the book of the Entourage.
Of course.
Yeah, finding.
But we don't have that right now. You're the only one that has it besides me. So I guess we'll have to wait for next time.
Yeah, we'll just
say it happens.
Make a note here.
Perfect. I mean, I'm going to make you remember it, not me.
Yeah,
because you can. But
I've literally made a note.
All right, Blodwyn.
Yes.
I would like you to make a tournament roll.
Okay. I have a 0 skill, so I automatically fail.
Wow. Very well. Does everyone have a 0 tournament?
I have a 1.
I think I also have a 1.
Very well. We're not going to roll for it then. Just know.
I know. I'm sorry. I have a 2.
Okay. I'm not going to make you guys roll for it then. Just know it is now an important skill to start raising.
Because knights don't, new knights created from 5.10 onwards get tournament, but knights created before 5.10 don't get tournament as a skill.
Incredible. Well, it's time for you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, get your grind set on. Sigma Blodwyn. All right, Blodwyn, you find yourself facing across the field. You are the first match in your division. You could see that there are multiple other divisions, and people throughout Londonium are moving through trying to find who they think is going to be the most important matchups. As a result, you and Quentin are the least popular matchup because you're two nobodies from the middle of nowhere.
Has anyone here ever been to a tennis Grand Slam tournament?
No, but I've seen Serena Williams absolutely destroy people on a television.
But they always have they have the main court and they have all the little side courts around the outlet. And this is definitely a court.
You're a side court.
Yeah, you're a side court. Yeah, probably even where they've hired space in a nearby town to not fill London too much. To sort of you got to ride the next town to do your tournament.
Yeah, so you have to ride 6 hours to get there.
No, this just takes place in London's East End, so only the worst people show up.
We're actually in Southwark.
Yeah.
All right, Sir Quentin, unlimbers his shoulders and is doing sword slashes as you approach the tournament field across from him, and he says, "Dame Blodwyn,
Sir Quentin,
it is good to see you today.
It's a pleasure, as always, to face a noble such as yourself in battle.
I must say, I would not wish to strike another Knight of Salisbury, but, well, as I was coming here, one of the merchants offered to rebate me my sword, the edge off. Sorry, I thought that was a pretty funny joke." You could see that in the same way that your squire is currently rebating your weapons, his sword has been edge blunted for this with an add-on to it. I was worried that they would force us to fight with wooden swords. I would be thrown off by the weight, but I do not believe that I am the true king of England, in the same way that I don't think it's possible that you are the true king of England. But
I agree, but I still think we should give each other our best. Give the
plenty
crowd a
of fame
show.
to be won here.
Yes.
All right. He prepares to engage you, and he does not impassion at this time.
Okay. I don't hate him either, so I don't think I've got
I
anything
mean,
to
there's
hide
plenty
passion
of passions
on.
outside of hate.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. A lot of
Odium
people
shows
lawyer.
up and explains this in detail.
No, I'm happy to just fight him. May the
Okay.
best person win.
This fight must be finished within 8 rounds,
Okay.
or you will both be removed from the battlefield and allowed to finish elsewhere, but removed from the tournament.
Yeah, somebody goes TKO.
Yep. Let's see here. Trying to get his stats in this book. And this book. That's the wrong one. There we go. Okay. He is going to approach you, sword out. He's doing sword and shield fighting. He does not have the modern reinforced chainmail. He has the classic 10-point chainmail as he approaches you.
Okay. Well, he is my target. I'm going to assume that I am his.
That is true all around. All right, he's rolling against a sword skill of 19. 12.
Okay. So
I believe that would be a success on his part.
Yep.
He is dealing halved damage off of 5d6. So that will be 11 points of damage.
Which my armor and shield ignore, and is not above my. Oh no, it's actually above my size.
Yeah.
So I thought.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, and also you take the full. So you only take half damage, but the force is full. So you will have to roll knockdown.
Yeah.
Are you on foot or horseback here?
I'm foot. This is
is a foot
fight, isn't
tournament.
it? Yeah. So I
Can still get knocked down a lot.
I take no damage but stay standing.
Okay.
So that's one round down.
He physically barrels into you with his shield and is like trying to go for your eyes at your closed helm and is just basically tapping on your helm constantly. It's really annoying, and he's using his superior physical size to try to push you down. I mean, it's nothing you haven't seen before, but it sucks to be a recipient of it. He has a 5 in the second round.
Okay. I have a miss.
Ooh.
So he gets without my shield.
This
What's the win condition here, by the way?
First blood.
First blood. Okay.
It's a non-lethal tournament. 18 is reduced to 9, so it won't get through your armor.
But it's still a need for.
You will still possibly get pushed down.
Oh, I crit my dex.
All right, give yourself a check mark in that.
You can't.
He goes in to shield versus shield bash you. He clearly parries your sword out of the way, but as your shields meet, he's like on the verge of pushing you down, and then you get like that incredible stance and you parry his shield away. It causes his whole upper torso to turn, and he stumbles back a few feet. Everyone is shocked because when your two shields meet, there was like a burst of light and like a really catchy sound, like ping, that it felt addictive. Like if you do it more often, the developers will try to make you parry as often as possible.
Remind me before you roll the next thing. I'm trying to remember, is there the attack? Okay, is there actually an all-out attack where you attack first, but your opponent gets a free hit on you?
Berserk. We've seen it before.
Yeah, but you actually need the trait that, don't you? You can't just.
No.
No. It's an optional combat thing. You can
Berserkers have to do it.
Yes, berserkers have to do it. But yes, if you'd like to go berserk, you are fully capable of doing it.
I'm just considering it because like he's the better swordsman, but he's having trouble actually getting through my armor, which means that it's basically going to come down to who rolls a crit first,
yep.
Or who gets knocked down. So what's the bonus for it again?
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, but he gets a free hit first, doesn't he? And if he knocks me down, yeah, okay. All right, let's give that a go. Let's
I mean, you got a good dex for it, so
I'm gonna try the all-out attack.
For some reason, yes, he gets the first attack.
He does, yeah.
Yep, 12 will hit.
Yep. I'll take out my shield.
I don't think you get to defend on this, right?
No, that's right. Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, so it's 18
I'm taking it.
into half is 9, so you could get knocked down, but no damage to you.
I'm still up.
So now you get an attack at +10.
Yeah.
Once again, you use your shield to parry away his attack. You open up a can of whoop ass.
I put 10 in. What did it do there? Why did it only come up with this?
You rolled a 2.
But
well, that's weird.
I typed +10.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so...
It wouldn't be a critical either way, though, right? Because you rolled quite low.
Okay, yeah, so... Yeah, so 15 plus 10 minus 20. Okay, I don't know. It's done anyway, but
Yeah.
so it would have been... It's a hit, but no crit. All right, so it'll just be... what's my normal damage? 4d6 halved. So
Nope.
10, so no.
That
But
will
he gets to
match
make
his
it.
armor, and his size is...
Less than 20, I
I
assume.
mean, yeah, as I say, unless he's a giant.
His size is 14.
Yeah.
His knockdown is also 14, so he does need to roll dexterity. Yeah. That is a fumble on his part. He goes down. At this point, now that he has been absolutely savaged by a woman, he just stays down and says, "Yield! I yield."
I'll help him up then once he yields.
Okay. All right, you help him up, and you pull him up, and he says, "A good fight, Dame Blodwyn. I must say, I'm not used to fighting someone as small as you are. I thought this would be an easy victory, and it would seem that I am the fool."
You were definitely the better swordsman. I just needed to change up the tactics a bit.
I'm an extremely average swordsman.
Still better than I am, who have only seen one battle.
And yet, despite not being as good a swordsman, you have clearly won a battle of swords, which brings into question whether technique is truly as useful as strategy. Some of the people in the crowd are like, "Yeah, strategy," and other people are like, "Boo, you got beat by a girl. Loser."
Next fight.
Next fight. Unfortunately, before the next fight, the heralds come out with a gigantic board indicating all sorts of advertisements, and with another indicator that we'll be back in about 5 minutes for the second half, because it's only a 2-hour episode. Audience, we're not here for a long time, nor are we here for a good time. We're here for a very expectation-tempered time. Dame Blodwyn, I have the unfortunate news to report to you that you gained some amount of glory in the first round of the sword tournament at London of the new year. This is also known as the first tournament.
And that amount is?
You gain 40 per round. That is modified by the success and failure of your sword. So the first round you gained 80. In the second round you gained 40. And in the third round where you won, you gained 120, which is a total of 240 glory. If you're wondering why those numbers seem obscenely high, that's because the glory rolls in the Great Pendragon campaign for tournaments are much better. They're much better than a battle. I know this sounds crazy, but maybe fighting at tournaments with dozens of people watching and scribes writing everything down is more glorious than murdering a guy in a basement in a wine house.
I mean, just to be clear, some battles with their if they're obscene victories and you're leading, you can make obscene amounts of glory from a single battle too. I think the highest I've had in a single game was nearly 1,000 glory from one battle. But,
sure,
well,
you got 240 here from one sword fight. So
yeah.
As we come back, we can see that someone is walking in front of the next fight, which is Elffin versus Sir Clembert of Prella, and they are, "Get your top French cuisine here, hottest off the market, Raw vegetables, so raw they're practically bloody, dipped in sweaty onion juice. That's right. Get your cruel deets. Get your cruel deets. Elffin, cruel deets. No, Elffin? He keeps moving along. Clambit comes up to you, in the round, and he wants to stand so that you're facing one way, he's facing the opposite way, and you're standing parallel to each other, looking opposite directions, and he says, Sir Elffin, I hear that your father's gone missing. Oh, wait, sorry, he was Scottish. Sir Elffin, I hear that your father's gone missing.
And he has.
Unfortunate, I knew the man. Respected him a hell of a lot.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'll be straightforward with you, Elffin. You're a little young to be in a tournament like this. You truly think you have what it takes to be the King of England?
I guess we'll find out. I certainly have the sword arm for it.
He turns to face you and says, What are you even fighting for, boy? You fighting
Honor
just
of
to
House
fight?
Laverstock.
You're fighting for Laverstock? Well, good enough, I guess. I'll see you on the battlefield, sir. Now he
Very
goes
well.
off, and he is also in regular old-style chainmail. Marches to the other side of the battlefield, pulls out a hand-and-a-half sword, presents it to the crowd, and they're like, "Ooh, it's so much bigger than normal." Someone in the crowd goes, "You bastard, man! That's a bastard sword!" And thus, it was forever named. Would you like to impassion?
I would. I am going to call upon my honor.
Very well. He does not do that. I will note if you impassion and fail, it will really fuck you up.
Very, very close, but I did succeed.
All right, your passion is a famous passion. Let's see what the rules say here about using the famous passions. 16 to 19. It's
I think it's
plus
still just a
5
plus 5.
inspiration. I'm just making sure that the Proto 6.0 rules we use, which are kind of better, still work out. Okay. What's that bring your sword skill to?
22.
All right. You are facing off against the haggard Sir Clambit of Brella.
It's a success.
He has a sword skill of 20, and that is a success with a partial success in your victory. "22 damage is brought down to 11, which will hit his shield. He has a knockdown of 11, and so this is twice his size. Is that automatic?
It's an auto knockdown if it's
Okay.
twice your size.
He gets knocked down, and he says, "That's it. I'm done, lads." He brushes some mud off of his ass, just kind of lets himself soak in the morning misty rain, and goes, "Well, I guess I'm not the true King of England." And then walks off the battlefield. All right, Elffin, you will receive 120 glory for a duel at the Tournament of London, first round versus Sir Clambit of Prella. That brings us to Spoon versus Sir Paul. As this fight is moved to another arena in a more important part of Londonium, Sir Paul is walking next to you to the arena. Plenty of people are bumping into you guys going the other direction. And he says, "My lord, if we might have a moment to talk before the tournament.
Of course, Sir Paul.
Would you prefer that I withdraw?"
No, of course not.
I just bring it up because it would not dishonor me to withdraw in favor of my liege.
No. This is this is a tournament to determine the true King of England, which could be you. I would not have you withdraw just because I am your liege lord.
My lord, I hardly even know why I'm fighting here. I don't think I need to tell you that my parents have certified who they are. I am certainly not the son of Uther Pendragon. There is no chance that I walk away today or any day, as the High King of England, but...
Yes, perhaps, but I would not rob you of the glory of competing in this tournament, Sir Paul. You have traveled all this way. We should fight.
He pulls off one of his gauntlets and looks at his hand and says, I'm not here to fight for glory, sir. I know that a knight should seek glory, and yet, as I grow older, all I can think of is that the protection of northern Salisbury is the only thing I hope for my family lives there, and all of my vassals, and those are your vassals as well through me. He offers a hand to shake to you.
Kendric will take off his own gauntlet and shake it.
My lord, I hope that neither of us comes to terrible injury at this time, but I will do my best to oppose you across the battlefield, though I fear my heart is not in it. Not because I do not think you are a fierce foe, because I am worried that you are too fierce a foe for me to face. Why are we here?
No, Sir Paul.
Just to suffer?
No.
Puts his gauntlet back on.
Yeah. A knight is valorous, Sir Paul. Let us go put on a good show for these people.
Very well.
May the best man win.
May you win, sir. I won't make it easy for you. I shall not throw this fight, but I think that unless God guides my sword hand today, there's little chance that I will be victorious.
We shall see, Sir Paul.
As he says that, he steps forward from you and does an absolutely flawless sword unsheathed into wing stance. And as he walks forward, his cloak kind of flutters behind him and the morning sun kind of highlights him. He looks so badass for like one frame before transforming back into a kind of beaten down middle-aged man whose primary job is lumberjack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he settles in across from you across the field, and he too has no passion for today.
Yeah, I will not impassion with this.
Okay. Sir Paul has a sword skill of 20 and an armor rating of 12 plus 6 because he does have the modern style of armor.
Yep, checks out.
He hits on a 6.
Ooh, I hit a 5.
You hit on a 5, so you have a partial success.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Old Man Paul, the engineer lumberjack, has a damage rating of 4d6, so there's not really a good chance this is going to do the big numbers. That's a pretty big number, though. It's still only 10 damage, but he might knock you down.
Yep. So pretty good chance he knocks me down. Oh, no, not with a 1.
He actually does knock you down, but then you get back up again. He's never going to knock you down. Sorry, he's never going to keep you down, I suppose.
Yes.
All right. He lines up again for... oops. Well, we'll keep that shitty damage roll if he actually lands it.
Yeah.
13?
16.
Okay, that is a success for you.
With a 20 points of damage.
Very well.
Which is not enough to get through the armor, but it will force a dexterity check.
He has a size rating of 11, so he does need to make a check. His dexterity is 8, so he stays standing. Paul fights almost kind of Roman-like. He keeps his sword... It's a round sword, but he keeps his... round shield. He keeps his sword very close to it, and then goes for short jabs. Like, his fighting style, which I don't know you've ever seen him fight, absolutely seems to be one of not exactly dueling, but like murdering people. It's a sword stance with absolutely no flourishing. It is 100% for stabbing people who are not wearing armor, as well as what I'll say. Like, this guy is a peasant killing machine for sure. And he goes in for the roll. A 14.
10.
Okay. That is a partial success on your part. Based on my earlier damage roll, you receive 6 damage.
Okay.
An 11, is that even beat your size?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Round 4. Oh, let me mark down that was a partial success for you. Well, can't get much worse than that. That's a 2.
That's 12.
Go ahead.
Another 20 damage.
No damage to him, but he also does not go down.
Yeah. I love this is just like 2 old guys who are like circling each other. And like
Yeah.
we've definitely sparred before, so we know each other's tricks.
You know what he is? He's holding the guard button and he's doing like back B constantly, just back stab. That's his fighting game style in Dad Fighter 2. He's got you again.
Yeah, it got me again.
We just need big numbers here on the 46. I just need all 6s. That's pretty good. That's 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
Spoon is going to end up getting a shit ton of glory just from the length of the fight.
So he will knock me down.
Oh, okay. Now, it's to first blood, so this isn't necessarily a loss for you, but everyone who has been knocked down so far has withdrawn.
I don't think Kendric is going to withdraw just because he gets hit down.
I do need to note that you are going into round 6, and if you don't resolve this by round 8, you will be removed from the tournament.
Yeah. So I think this round Kendric is going to take a risk and do an all-out attack.
Okay. This is the round he criticals on. Nope.
But I do have to test Dex. Nope, I fall down. He knocks me down. On the second knockdown.
Wait, you fell down last round, right?
Oh, yeah. Did he not let me get back up?
He does let you get up, but that's a whole round where nothing happens.
Okay, well then I will... We'll just keep the same numbers then, and he'll knock me down again. This is round 7 now, or this is round 8.
Unfortunately, in round 8, you're going to be getting up. So
okay. Well, when he knocks me down for a second time, I will yield.
Okay, you yield. I think that you see as he sees you going to yield, he prepares himself to also yield to you. And I don't know if there's anything you want to do, knowing that he sees you raising your hand and preparing to yield, and he can't beat you because you started doing it first, but you know if you stop, he'll yield for you.
Ooh. Interesting. Can I test a personality trait?
Is there vainglorious?
There is pride. Proud.
Yes, yeah.
I'll say I am quite proud. Okay, yep. I pull back and I let him yield to me.
Critical proud. Mark a check in that, and I believe you also raise your pride.
Yeah, as I say, I think it goes up immediately, and
he sees you raising your hand. His hand shoots up. Your hand falters. He says, "I yield to my lord." People in the crowd begin stirring. Paul's armor goes up. Paul's honor goes up by 1 for this. And the people of the crowd are like, boo. They start doing the Anakin introduction in the episode 1 pod racer, where people in the crowd are just thumbs downing him. I was like, what the fuck? This kid's like 8 years old. Yeah, people are definitely super pissed about that, especially since you spent almost half the fight on the ground. But he yields for you and reaches a hand down to help you up.
I will take it, and I'll say, "You are a loyal man, Sir Paul.
I would hope that my loyalty is well remembered by those who have attended this. I would not have my honor impugned, nor would I have yours. You are the better swordsman here. Luck ill-favored you. But if there is anyone that I would swear to as King of England, it should be my liege lord.
It's these old hips. They're not as limber as they once were.
Your
Come,
boots,
let's go get
they're
some
no
ale.
longer made for walking. They're made for marching.
Yes, they're made for riding. Let's go get some beer.
So by my note, you have partial success, success, partial success, success, partial success, and then you're down on rounds 6 and 8. And
yep.
What happened in round 7? You
I got a failure because I got knocked down.
Yes.
Before I was able to roll.
Oh, because you went berserk.
Yeah, because I auto-attacked.
It's not a failure, just nothing happened for you. So
yes.
Your glory amount on a tie is times 2, so that's 80, 80, 80, which is what? 240, and then times 3 is 120, 120. So that's 480 if my hand math is correct, which isn't necessarily true.
Sounds right to me.
Windows calculator confirms 480 glory. Please note down that it is for the first round of the sword tournament in London in the year 510. With that, all 3 of you will be advancing? Question mark? Is that true? Yes, you all succeeded. Which means that we will have a Blodwyn versus Elffin matchup. It also means that as Duke Durfel of Lindsay has been defeated, Spoon will be fighting a man of fine education, Sir Ector, a relatively unknown knight from the Forest Sauvage.
Okay.
But that will not be this day. Other winners are Earl Robert defeats Sir John Marston. King Elaine easily defeats Sir Ufo. Cynric of Wessex defeats Earl Tegfin of Yagant. And King Lot absolutely dominates Lack of Ireland and actually wounds him. The 2 of them fight for long enough that their weapon rebates wear off, and Lack is like actually bloodied.
Oof.
He was sharp against the armor.
I almost feel like we'll run the animal fighting day in case there's anything you guys want to do. Although, as mentioned, I don't have the market ready, so if you want to buy anything that day. So the first day of the tournament ends with dozens of matches all over London where the wheat and chaff are separated. The final round of the sword tournament will proceed quickly, but it is assumed that more of you will be knocked out. Some of the losers of today's match have announced that they want to do a bohort tomorrow. It is started by Sir Ufo, who said, let's get together a big cohort, a bohort. And everyone's like, what's that? And he's like, I don't know, let's just freewheeling joust outside. And so the bohort was developed by Sir Ufo at the Boy King tournament. It's just a bunch of guys who want to joust, just ride into a field and start jousting anybody that also looks like they also want to joust. Just dudes lancing each other with rebated lances in potentially lethal combat.
If they start drawing crowds away from the officially sanctioned tournament, they're gonna get in big trouble.
They are going to get in big trouble because no one wants to go to the animal fights. There was a rumor that the Mad Wolf was going to fight a Mad Wolf, but now it's just bear versus bear and man versus bear. What do all of you do on the day of the animal fight and on the day of the bohort, the second day? You could see that in the morning, Earl Robert is wandering around and he's talking to Physician Quintus, his
Physician
butler.
Quintus is dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. You killed him. He's walking
Rise from
around.
your grave.
Wow, this whole bit that I had about pretzels and cheddar cheese is now completely worthless. All right. Well, Robert is walking around mourning the loss of his butler and bodyman, the physician Quintus of Ilchin. Damn, I wish you were still here with us, God willing.
If he were here, I'm sure he'd say.
And I'm
blah.
sure he'd say that I should try these wonderful little treats from southern Italia, from the Latin lands. These pretzels. Yes, they look exactly like a man crossing his arms in prayer. And there are 3 holes to represent the Trinity. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I sure do enjoy these pretzels, and I love dipping them in beer-battered cheddar from the lands of cheddar. It's a good thing we recently traded a enormous amount of illegal beer to the King of Somerset, who gladly rewarded us with cheddar from cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who could have pulled off such an incredible heist, stealing church beer, and shipping it to a pagan. That's what he says as he walks through the camps, eating a warm pretzel and dipping it into magma-like cheese.
I think that for the second day, because I don't think Blodwyn's that interested in the animal fights or the brohort, so she might actually take her family and like just explore the sights and indeed the very smells of London.
It smells somewhere between facilitating night soil and ammonia and vinegar. It also smells a lot like dead fucking fish everywhere. As you are wandering through the wonders of Londonium, you can hear that your husband has gotten engaged in conversation with a merchant of some kind who's going, "That's right, my lord. I'm telling you, your camps need my services. There's too much lack of sanitation around here. I'm telling you, the Romans might not have known much, but they did know sanitation. Londonium can't handle this many people and horses shitting everywhere. I've got contract night soil services, and I am a professional night soil hauler. I'll tell you what, 20 years ago or so, I was in service to a king, the King of Cornwall and Brittany even. I remember the night that he died. I saw him as if he was still living. There I was atop the walls of his castle. He rode out on a horse from a secret tunnel and met with a strange man. I later saw that man get pushed off a wall. Why, I could tell you who did it for a good price." Your husband's just like, "Good sir, plenty of strange tales about... We don't need your night soil services, do we, Blodwyn? Blodwyn?
So
I'm being pushed away by the crowd. Help me. Blodwyn?"
Yeah, I'll go. I mean, so with this guy trying to sell, there's the effectively compost services to
your tents.
To
He wants to
tents.
drop by and dredge your latrines of their shit.
Okay. How much do you want for that service?
£1.
Okay. All right. Then I'll
And for
I will-
£1, he'll be hauling all of your pounds of garbage.
Fine. Yep. You know what? How many members of the Order of the Axe are there?
Hang on, I can tell you. There are officially...
Don't forget that he's also hauling, the Order of the Axe brought their knights and men-at-arms and...
So there's... here at the tournament, there are 9, because I assume Guigan is... Or I'm sorry. Oh, I broke a cardinal rule here. I assume the Warden of the West is not here.
He is here.
Okay, then that's 10.
10. Okay.
But he is not attending as a member of the Salisbury Court. He's attending as a contract guard.
All right. Will he take 7 libra to do all 10 of the order?
Absolutely.
All right.
And you know what? He'll even do all of the Earl of Salisbury's if you can negotiate that for 7 libra.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, just as a reminder, he's gonna turn your shit into cash. So... All right. He's clapping your husband on the back and goes, one day we might get down to business and I'll tell you about that man I saw fall off the edge of a tower. There's a long way down, I'll tell you. I wouldn't want to be there. You know, some people went to that castle and they shit off the edge of it, and then the poop streaked all down hundreds of feet down those cliffs into the seawater. You know, you can do something with that rich night soul. Your husband's like, Blodwyn, I'm getting separated from you. The crowd press in London.
So I want to quickly
I think
note
someone's
here,
trying to rob me. Am I being pickpocketed?
I haven't gone through the various options in the Book of the Estate yet, but if there is some sort of sanitation option that I will look at, it'll definitely be with this guy when I try to bring him down to Salisbury to do sanitation at Shrewton.
Perfect. He hands you a business card. It's just that there's so much night soil on it, you can't read his name. Just Cornwall Sanitation Services.
Yeah.
There's a note on the back that's him smiling, and it says, I used to work for a king. Anyone else have Londonium stories or tournament day? Again, as a reminder, you're wearing full suits of body armor, and it's 40 degrees outside and raining.
I'm assuming we're not wearing full suits of armor.
Maybe not today on the animal fights and the bow hort,
Yeah.
unless you're going to the bow hort.
No, I don't think so. Kendric will take a spin this day to take his family around, see the sights in London, maybe go to the marketplace, which we can. But yeah, this is a vacation day.
Kendric, you are wandering around the marketplace with your family, and you get the feeling that you're being watched at some point. You don't see anything in particular, but you just have that sensation in the back of your mind for over an hour that someone has been following you, but you can't pin it on anyone. Your beautiful, wonderful wife and your children, especially your daughters, are all trying on new cloaks and the latest Londonium fashions and things out of the Latin world, but just have a bad feeling.
Mhm.
What do you do?
I think he'll go over to Tathan and Cerise and maybe Sir Maldwin, who he all brought with him, and basically have them be on their guard, like that. You know, London can be a dangerous place at times, so keep your eyes open.
Your son Tathan says, London can be a dangerous place. King Nantaleo told me that there are Saxons here now. Saxons in London, they say. You never know who's going to stab you in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, a character walks out of an alleyway with Long John Silver's theme from Treasure Planet playing as he says, well, my boy. Right you are, then. Sir Kendric, I don't believe we've met. I'm Sir Wat of Ireland.
Ah, yes, you were in the tournament.
Well, some of us are still more in the tournament than others. I think you'll find that Ireland has no place in northern or southern Mogris.
This is true.
I was hoping that I might sign on with you. I understand we share a common enemy.
Do we?
The
Who might that be?
Eighthling, Cynric of Wessex.
Yes, he is.
He moves
he is
to
a
pull
Saxon.
you aside, away from all of your men and your son, to have a conversation.
What do I know about Sir Lack?
He's Irish. He's a knight.
Yeah. Okay.
He's sworn
yeah,
eternal vengeance on the man who killed King Nantaleod, in whose service and honor he rode in.
yeah, he'll step aside with him.
Cynric is a Saxon bastard. His death will benefit everyone in the island, yours and mine. Strange things happen in war and in Elais. If you
What are you
let me sign
suggesting?
on with you, the two of us, we could make an opportunity happen tomorrow. He'll be fighting on your side. Strange things happen in war. People disappear. Horses trample them. Sometimes an enemy, sometimes an ally. I know this isn't what you Englishmen would call the most honorable act, but there's honor and then there's honor in Ireland. Kendric is a right bastard. He sided with those filthy, Cornwallish tyrants, and he stabbed Nantaleod in the back, my king. He deserves none of our honor. Ride with me tomorrow at the melee. You and I together. Anyone else that you trust. We'll put an end to this little atheling and any other Saxons beside him. What do you want to do, Kendric? What he's suggesting is extremely dishonorable.
Yes, it is.
You're caught.
Yeah.
But as they say, strange things happen in war.
Yeah. I think Kendric will say, I too would also wish to see King Nantaleod avenged. And it is true, strange things do happen in war. But I cannot be a party to this. I have already sworn my swords to my Earl. So I will not be a part of this.
He gives you a hard look. I mean, he was convinced that you would join the conspiracy, and now that you've backed out, you're a problem. Can I trust on your word of silence here?
I will tell no one what you have planned.
On your honor, sir?
Indeed.
Very well. Mark my words. I will find my way onto the battlefield, and I will find and kill Kendric.
Well, I will not cry over another dead Saxon prince, but nor would I see one, nor would I have my hand be on the sword that assassinates him.
No assassination.
The melee will be fought with rebaited weapons, will it not?
Assassination requires the target to be a human. A political killing. Kendric is an animal. He swooshes away from you and then starts whistling Rocky Road to Dublin in the alleyway as he disappears into the dirty London environs.
Sure. I'll turn to my party.
Ethan says, "What were you talking about, Dad? Surely nothing dishonorable or murderous."
No, of course not. It was Sir Lack of Ireland.
How strange to see the Irish here.
Indeed, although apparently Sir Lack was a knight of Nantaleod.
Yes, I know. I've met him before.
Oh. Of course, yes.
I just don't know why an Irishman would think he's capable of becoming the King of England.
Indeed.
Do you think you'll be the King of England, Dad?
I doubt it. I doubt it, son. The true King of England is out there somewhere. But I don't know if he's here at this tournament.
You say that, you turn away from the camera, and we hear the X-Files theme play. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Wah, 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 wah. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I don't think so. They're just gonna like sightsee and shop.
Kinnead, what do you want to do on Animal Fighting Day?
Well, it's Elffin.
Elffin, what do you want to do on Animal Fighting Day?
I think Elffin didn't get the message that Kendric isn't fighting.
So he goes to the wolf fight.
So he goes to the fights because he tried to support Kendric and get in good with the boss.
All right. You are watching a man with a boar spear fighting a bear. The bear is not upset or angry in any way. It's just sitting there eating a rotten fish. And the man with the boar spear is like getting close to, and this is a small bear. It's a very small bear, which still means it's quite large, but it is a small bear. He approaches it with the spear, and as he gets closer, the bear starts doing video game like guard mechanics. So it's like, and he like backs back away. It's like 10 minutes of that, and the crowd's like, boo! They start throwing stuff at the bear, and it begins making noises like, rawr. And the guy with the spear is like, stop doing that! You can clearly see that this fight is about to explode in danger very shortly. There is no Kendric, though. And there don't appear to be any wolves in this fight. You do see a wolf that has been ripped apart in the corner of the alley, and you see that on the scorecard for bear versus wolf, bear wins. You want to do anything about this man versus bear fight, or you just want to watch this?
No, he's just gonna watch.
Okay. The man does win the fight. I mean, he is a human being with tools. I know people are like, well, could 50 modern men defeat one bear? I'm like, yeah, a modern man can defeat a bear. Men have been defeating bears for like fucking 5,000 years, man. You climb a tree and you throw a rock at a bear, okay? You don't need a gun. He does defeat the bear, but in the process, he loses an arm, and there's blood gushing out of it. The spear's cracking up. He's like, ah! This was not worth 2 pounds! Ah! The tournament organizers show up, and they show up with, like, a shower curtain. 2 people carrying a shower curtain in front of them, and they're like, nothing to see here, folks. Hello, my baby! Hello, my darling!
Splashes blood all over the back of the shower curtain.
It's like a Alfred Hitchcock movie. You could still see him moving on the other side because the curtain's so thin. I'm sorry to all of those who've lost an arm in a bear attack recently. This show doesn't stand for that level of mockery. Also, I'm questioning why you fought a bear. They heard about the 50 modern men versus bear challenge and decided to one-on-one a bear.
Sounds like a YouTube challenge.
Okay, I'll tell you what, James. If I go and fight a bear and I film it, can I TikTok challenge you to fight a bear?
Yeah, it might go viral.
Are there any bears in Australia?
Koala bears.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's-
Wow, okay. So we're talking like something very small and non-hostile and easily defeated by a stick.
I mean, they have got claws.
Yeah, those claws are used like a sloths to attach themselves to objects, not to hurt people. Those claws are used so that when they want to hang on a tree, they just stick there.
Look, it's not my fault you chose hard mode in this challenge.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to Alaska and I'm fighting a polar bear. But I'm doing so from 2,000 meters away using an Arctic Warfare 50 caliber. And given my level of accuracy, I might need a whole bucket full of ammunition. I think that's going to be the end of today's tournament. So we got through 2 days of a tournament rather than the entire tournament. And when we return, it'll be the melee, where political maneuverings, there's even more stuff going on because no one was interested in intrigue anymore, and I didn't anticipate that. But you definitely know that Lack and Kendric are literally fated for a showdown at some point during the melee. And then there is that sword tournament to finish for the King of England ship. I mean, who could win? Blodwyn? Elffin? What are the odds? Could someone be seriously injured?
Well, the current rate only takes another 182 days to finish the year. So 182 sessions.
Because
If
it
we go
took
through
two
two-
sessions to do.
two-
Took 2
one
days to do
session
one
to-
session.
Yeah.
I don't know, James. I don't think statistical analysis is going to help you on this one. This might be an outlier. I'm going to be honest with you. Any closing thoughts about today?
Losing dexterity as you get older sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting knocked on your ass, Grandpa?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, and like specifically, like so, the stats I've lost through aging have been either dexterity, appearance, or size. Like those are the three that I keep getting the most of.
I want you to just lose all of your appearance and then be in bed Viserysing, and then you'll rise from the bed to save your daughter in one last political fight. You'll sit down on the chair and it won't prick you, and you go, wow, incredible, and then die.
Mm-hmm. That proud crit was
It's a good time.
yeah.
Well, are we good for next week?
Yes.
Yes.
Very well. See you then, audience. Bye.
Bye.
Spoon, did you want to say something so I could cut you off in the middle?